decide to take a polygraph?
I didn't see any reason not to do it.
Were you advised to do that?
Based on the advice of the counsel, I was happy to undergo the polygraph test, although I found it extremely stressful, much longer than I anticipated. I told my whole life story, I felt like, but I endured it. It was fine. Okay, so I remember being hooked up to a machine, like being placed onto my body, and being asked a lot of questions.
I understand you spent about an hour and a half to 2 hours with Dr. Ford in this process, and only asked 2 questions. So these are the 2 questions that you, after she put together the statement and then you interviewed her, these are the 2 questions you asked. Is any part of your statement false? She said no. Did you make up any part of your statement? Her answer was no.
I remember being hooked up to a machine, like being placed onto my body, and being asked a lot of questions.
May I ask, Dr. Ford, how did you get to Washington?
In an airplane.
Okay. I asked that because it's been reported by the press that you would not submit to an interview with the committee because of your fear of flying. Is that true?
Well, I was hoping that they would come to me, but then realized that was an unrealistic request.
Dr. Ford, I want to correct the record, but it's not something that I'm saying that you stated wrongly, because you may not know the fact that when you said that you didn't think it was possible for us to go to California as a committee or our investigators to go to California to talk to you, we did, in fact, offer that to you, and we had the capability of doing it, and we would have done it anywhere or anytime. So
thank you.
And
having to get on an airplane, but I eventually was able to get up the gumption with the help of some friends and get on the plane.
I asked that because it's been reported by the press that you would not submit to an interview with the committee because of your fear of flying. In fact, you fly fairly frequently for your hobbies, and you've had to fly for your work. Is that true?
Correct, unfortunately.
You were a consulting biostatistician in Sydney, Australia. Is that right?
I've never been to Australia, but the company that I worked for is based in Australia, and they have an office in San Francisco, California.
Okay.
I don't think I'll make it to Australia.
It is long. I also saw on your CV that you list the following interests of surf travel, and you, in parentheses, put Hawaii, Costa Rica, South Pacific Islands, and French Polynesia. Have you been all to those places?
Correct.
By airplane?
Yes.
And your interests also include oceanography, Hawaiian and Tahitian culture. Did you travel by air as a part of those interests?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Easier for me to travel going that direction when it's a vacation.